Chosen one, pause for a moment and breathe, because what you are about to hear is not random, it is not coincidence, and it is not imagination. This is a message from God delivered to you in perfect divine alignment. From the very depths of your soul, you have been guided here because your spirit is ready to receive a revelation that will ignite your life. You are not imagining the stirrings in your heart, the quiet insistence that something greater is unfolding. This is real. The war is real. Your light is necessary. And this moment, this precise moment, was divinely orchestrated for you. You have felt it, haven't you? The weight in your chest, the restlessness in your spirit, the unexplainable sense that life is calling you to step into something far beyond what you have known. This is not ordinary. You are not ordinary. You are the chosen one. And the next blessing that is about to touch your life will come through someone unexpected, someone who carries the hand of God in ways you could not have predicted. You may not have seen it coming. You may not have recognized it yet, but the universe has aligned in your favor, and spiritual favor is on its way to you. The chosen one does not walk alone. Your journey has been marked by preparation, by trials, by moments where doubt whispered in your ear, yet through it all, the divine calling has never left you. It has whispered, nudged, and sometimes even shouted at you, urging you forward toward the destiny that has always belonged to you. Spiritual awakening is not just a phase, it is a recognition of truth. And here, at this very moment, your awakening is being amplified, because God's message has reached you in perfect timing. You may wonder why the blessings you have longed for have been delayed. You may question why certain doors have remained closed, why certain people have exited your life. It is because the divine does not operate on our timetable. The chosen one is prepared meticulously, and every seeming setback is actually a strategic alignment toward your divine blessing. The helper you did not expect, the hand that will lift you, the voice that will speak life into your vision, they are all part of God's message, orchestrated with precision beyond human comprehension. Recognize this: the next person you encounter, the one who arrives unexpectedly, carries a piece of your blessing. Do not ignore the signs, the synchronicities, the subtle nudges in your environment. These are not coincidences. They are the language of God reaching through the ordinary to deliver the extraordinary. Spiritual favor often arrives in forms that are unexpected because it tests your faith, it deepens your discernment, and it confirms your readiness to receive what has been reserved for you. Chosen one, you were called before the foundations of the world. Your life has been watched, your steps guided, and your heart prepared for this very moment. The blessing that is approaching will transform your path, ignite your purpose, and awaken your vision in ways you have not yet imagined. Your journey toward receiving it requires recognition, alignment, and openness. Trust in the unseen, honor the spiritual nudges, and embrace the divine calling that pulses within you. This is the beginning of a revelation that will alter the trajectory of your life. God's message is speaking through every circumstance, every encounter, and every quiet stirring in your heart. You are not imagining, you were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. Step into this truth with courage, with faith, and with the unwavering belief that the unexpected helper who is coming into your life carries a blessing that will shift everything. If this touched your soul, comment 111. Because you know it, you were called. The calling of the chosen one. Chosen one, listen closely, because understanding who you are is the first step toward receiving the blessing that has been divinely prepared for you. To be the chosen one is not a title to be worn lightly. It is a weight, a responsibility, a sacred assignment written into the very fibers of your soul before you ever took your first breath. The divine calling is not casual, and your spiritual awakening is not accidental. Every trial, every delay, every moment that made you question your worth was a part of this intricate design. This is a message from God. You are not imagining it. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. From the moment you felt the stirrings of something greater within you, the universe has been moving in secret alignment to shape your path. Spiritual awakening often begins quietly, almost imperceptibly, as a gentle tug at your spirit, a whisper that life is meant for more than survival or comfort. At first you may have ignored it, thinking it was a fleeting thought or a daydream, but it persisted. That persistence is God's message. That inner stirring is the proof that you have been chosen, that you are being called to walk a path that demands courage, clarity, and unwavering faith. Understand this: blessings do not always come on the schedule we desire. Some doors remain closed, some people leave, and some opportunities seem forever out of reach. This is not punishment, nor is it neglect. It is divine preparation. The chosen one must be molded, tempered, and readied to receive what has been reserved. God is aligning the pieces of your life, orchestrating every encounter, every challenge, and even every disappointment to ensure that when the blessing arrives, you are fully prepared. Spiritual favor cannot be forced. It can only be received in its fullness when you are spiritually ready. This is where the unexpected helper enters the story. The channels through which divine blessing flows are often disguised, arriving in ways you would never anticipate. It may be a stranger who speaks a word that changes your perception, a friend who extends an unexpected opportunity, or a mentor whose presence shifts the trajectory of your journey. These are not coincidences. They are orchestrated manifestations of God's message. The chosen one recognizes that even the unseen, the unplanned, and the surprising are all instruments of divine calling. Every helper, every guide, every encounter has been placed on your path to accelerate your spiritual awakening and to bring forth the blessing that belongs to you. You may have felt alone at times, as if the world could not comprehend your calling, as if the path was too lonely to continue. That is because the chosen one often walks ahead of the crowd, guided by a vision that few can see. But you are never truly alone. The unseen hands of God are at work. Spiritual favor surrounds you, even in silence, even in moments that seem barren. Trust that the timing is perfect. Trust that the next person who steps into your life, the one you did not anticipate, carries a blessing that aligns perfectly with your destiny. Do not be deceived by the ordinary appearances of the extraordinary. The chosen one has learned to see beyond the surface, to recognize God's fingerprints in every circumstance, and to feel the subtle nudges that indicate alignment. Spiritual awakening requires discernment, patience, and a faith that does not waver when the immediate evidence is absent. Every delay, every unanswered prayer, and every challenge has been a spiritual shaping, preparing you to receive the unexpected channels of blessing with grace and readiness. Know this deeply. Your life is divinely orchestrated. The chosen one does not stumble upon destiny by chance. Your calling has been written before the foundations of the world. This is a message from God. You are not imagining it. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. The spiritual awakening you have experienced is the proof that you are moving toward alignment, and the helpers who appear unexpectedly are the instruments through which divine favor flows. Embrace this truth. Step into your destiny with courage. Recognize that even the unseen forces are working on your behalf. Allow the surprise of the unexpected helper to open doors you did not know existed. Accept the blessing with a heart wide open, because it has been reserved for you alone. Chosen one, your path is sacred, your purpose undeniable, and your light essential. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it, you were called. Recognizing divine alignment in others. Chosen one, pay attention, for the ability to recognize those who are sent as instruments of your divine blessing is as crucial as the blessing itself. You live in a world that often hides the extraordinary behind the ordinary, yet your spiritual sight is awakening, and through this awakening, God's message begins to reveal itself in the people who cross your path. The chosen one must learn to discern who carries not just kindness or opportunity, but the essence of spiritual favor that has been divinely aligned for their purpose. Every encounter you have, no matter how fleeting or subtle, carries the potential for transformation. There are signs, synchronicities, and nudges that act as indicators of divine alignment. You might meet a stranger who utters a word that resonates with your spirit, or a friend whose timing appears coincidental but is, in truth, orchestrated. Perhaps a business opportunity or spiritual connection emerges out of nowhere. These moments, these subtle patterns, are not random. They are the language of God. They are your cue to recognize that this person, this encounter, is part of your divine calling. Consider the way rivers carve paths through stone over centuries. The water seems soft and unassuming, yet it reshapes landscapes with persistent flow. Similarly, the chosen one will encounter people whose presence may feel ordinary at first, yet through divine favor, they shape your life in ways that are profound and lasting. This is God's message in motion. The blessing you seek often comes through channels you might not expect, people you might not initially see as significant. Learning to recognize the signs requires patience, attention, and spiritual discernment. Spiritual awakening heightens your sensitivity to these alignments. You will feel subtle nudges in your spirit, a sense of resonance, or an inner knowing that cannot be ignored. Sometimes it is a deep sense of peace in someone's presence. Sometimes a stirring of excitement or clarity that awakens a vision you had thought dormant. These experiences are not coincidence. They are the fingerprints of the divine, guiding you toward your next blessing. The chosen one learns to trust this internal compass, because God's message flows through the heart as surely as it flows through circumstance. You may recall moments when a word, a glance, or a gesture from someone altered the course of your life. These were not mere chance, they were spiritual favor in disguise. The chosen one must cultivate awareness, for often the helpers who carry your blessing arrive quietly, without announcement. They may not appear as you imagined, they may not fit the role you expected, yet their presence is divine. Recognizing their role requires humility, openness, and the courage to trust that the unseen forces are working on your behalf. Every person who comes into your life is a potential messenger, a vessel for a blessing, or a reflection of your divine calling. The chosen one will learn to read the signs, to notice synchronicities, and to honor the spiritual nudges that accompany every encounter. Perhaps it is a sudden phone call that brings guidance, a random meeting that sparks an opportunity, or a subtle impression that inspires action. These are God's message manifesting through the lives of others, guiding you toward the alignment that has been prepared for you since before time. Do not dismiss the ordinary, for within it lies the extraordinary. The chosen one understands that spiritual favor often wears a humble face. A stranger, a colleague, or even a brief interaction may carry the spark of divine blessing. Your responsibility is to remain present, discerning, and spiritually awake, to allow your intuition to guide you toward those who have been sent to accelerate your path. This is not luck. This is alignment, and the chosen one recognizes it immediately in the stillness of their heart. Return to the truth at the core of this message. This is a message from God. You are not imagining it. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. The ability to recognize the helpers, the signs, and the alignments in your life is part of your spiritual evolution. It is part of your preparation to receive the blessings that have been reserved for you and to walk fully in your divine calling. If this touched your soul, comment 111 because you know it, you were called. The power of unexpected helpers, chosen one, listen closely. Because the true power of your spiritual awakening is revealed when you understand that divine blessing often comes in forms you did not anticipate. The unexpected helper is a vessel, a living manifestation of God's favor, appearing in your life not as coincidence, but as deliberate orchestration from the divine. These helpers may not fit the image of what you expected. They may arrive quietly, humbly, or in ways that defy your assumptions. Yet their presence is potent. They carry the keys to doors you did not even know were waiting to open. It is essential to grasp that divine blessing is rarely announced with fanfare. God does not always send what we desire wrapped in gold or presented with grandeur. The blessing often comes disguised, hidden in plain sight, requiring the chosen one to see with spiritual vision rather than with physical eyes. The unexpected helper may appear as a stranger, a colleague, a friend, or even someone who initially seems unrelated to your journey. Their timing may feel inconvenient, their methods unusual, yet their arrival is precise, calculated by the hand of God. Spiritual favor flows through them, and your recognition and acceptance of it will determine the depth of the transformation that follows. Humility is the key to receiving such blessings. The chosen one must release expectations, preconceptions, and pride to fully embrace the divine gifts that arrive through unexpected channels. The mind may resist what the heart recognizes, but spiritual discernment bridges this divide. When an unexpected helper appears, do not question their significance. Allow your intuition and inner knowing to guide your understanding. Gratitude must accompany recognition. A simple acknowledgement of their role in your life, even silently in prayer, strengthens the alignment between you and the blessing you are about to receive. Consider the way a seed grows beneath the soil unseen. It endures darkness, pressure, and silence until the moment it emerges, transforming into something visible and life-giving. Similarly, the chosen one will encounter blessings through people whose impact is not immediately apparent. They may challenge you, inspire you, or provide resources that only later reveal the magnitude of their contribution. Every unexpected interaction is a test of awareness, a measure of spiritual alignment, and an opportunity to embrace the power of God's message in action. The chosen one will notice patterns, moments of serendipity, doors that open when least expected, and people whose arrival coincides perfectly with your spiritual or professional needs. These are not random, they are deliberate acts of divine favor. For example, a conversation with a stranger may ignite a vision that had long been dormant, or a mentor may provide a strategy that realigns your path. A friend may offer support exactly when doubt weighs heaviest upon your spirit. Recognize these instances, for each is a thread in the tapestry of your spiritual awakening, woven with intention and love by the Creator. Openness is equally crucial. The unexpected helper cannot fulfill their purpose if the chosen one resists, if skepticism dominates, or if pride erects barriers to receiving. Spiritual alignment requires an active choice to trust in the unseen, to step forward even when the way is unclear, and to embrace the presence of blessing when it arrives without explanation. The chosen one knows that timing is never accidental, and that every person who crosses their path carries the potential for a divine encounter. Accept them fully, with humility and faith, and the blessing flows seamlessly, touching every aspect of your life that is ready to receive transformation. Gratitude is the force that amplifies the impact of these helpers. Recognize not just the action but the divine orchestration behind it. Acknowledge in your heart that this person, this moment, is God's message brought into your life to awaken, guide, and elevate you. This recognition strengthens the bond between you and the flow of spiritual favor, ensuring that the blessing reaches its full manifestation. The chosen one who honors these helpers with awareness, respect, and faith steps into a higher realm of divine calling, where each encounter becomes a conduit of purpose and light. Return now to the truth that underlies this message. This is a message from God. You are not imagining it. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. The unexpected helper is not a random coincidence. They are a carefully placed instrument of spiritual favor, designed to accelerate your journey, illuminate your path, and confirm your alignment with divine blessing. Your spiritual awakening equips you to recognize them, to receive their guidance, and to integrate their impact into your life fully. Chosen one, embrace the unexpected, honor the helpers, and allow the divine to flow through every interaction. The blessing that arrives through these people is your confirmation, your reward, and your signal to step deeper into your purpose. Do not underestimate their power, for the alignment of heaven is at work, and your readiness amplifies the force of what has been sent. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it, you were called. Embracing your divine blessing. Chosen one, the moment has come to receive fully what has been prepared for you. Divine blessing, when it arrives through others, is not meant to be glimpsed from afar or held with hesitation. It is meant to be embraced, integrated, and allowed to flow through every corner of your life. The unexpected helper is merely the vessel. The blessing itself is yours, designed by God to elevate, expand, and awaken your destiny. To resist, doubt, or question is to delay the manifestation that has been orchestrated before the foundations of the world. Spiritual readiness is essential. You cannot receive what you are not prepared to hold. The chosen one has been shaped, refined, and awakened through experiences, trials, and moments of solitude, all as preparation for this precise alignment. Spiritual awakening is your invitation to open your heart fully, to trust the unseen currents, and to align your spirit with the timing of heaven. When the blessing arrives, do not shrink from it, do not minimize its power, and do not question the messenger who delivers it. God's message is always accurate, even when the timing seems strange or the method unexpected. Understand that the chosen one's life is divinely orchestrated. Every step, every encounter, every seemingly random interaction has been calibrated to bring you here. Your path has been prepared, your mind and heart conditioned, and your faith tested, all so that when the blessing appears, it can be received without reservation. Embrace the unexpected, for it is through what you did not plan or foresee that divine favor often flows most abundantly. Those who appear in your life suddenly, those who speak words that awaken vision, those who extend opportunity without expectation, these are instruments of God's grace, and your role is to recognize and integrate them fully. Acting in faith is the conduit that transforms opportunity into tangible blessing. The chosen one must step forward courageously, acknowledging that spiritual discernment alone is not enough. Receptivity, alignment, and action are required. Do not wait for perfect conditions, for they will never come. The unexpected helper may challenge your assumptions, push boundaries, or present a blessing in a form that requires faith to accept. The chosen one who hesitates may miss the fullness of what is being offered. Trust the divine orchestration, step into the flow, and allow the blessing to settle into every area of your life with gratitude and awareness. Integration is not passive. It requires conscious recognition of the spiritual favor at work. Acknowledge it openly, not just in private prayer, but in the energy you bring to every decision and relationship. Honor the messenger, the instrument, and the unseen hand that has guided them to you. By doing so, you amplify the blessing, extending its impact beyond what you could envision alone. Spiritual awakening is not simply an awareness of destiny, it is the active participation in the fulfillment of that destiny. The chosen one does not merely receive, they embody, they align, and they act. Prophetic encouragement is necessary now. Even if the blessing appears slow, even if the timing seems unconventional, trust that it is precisely aligned with your soul's readiness. The chosen one has been cultivated to receive this moment. Your spiritual growth, your resilience, your patience, all have been part of the preparation. Do not dismiss what arrives unexpectedly. Recognize it as a direct expression of divine calling, tailored to accelerate your purpose. Spiritual favor, when received with gratitude and action, transforms not only circumstances, but the very trajectory of your life. Remember that God's message is never delayed without reason. The chosen one may feel the stirrings of impatience, but these feelings are merely signals of how deeply the blessing is needed and how fully it will impact your life. Open your heart, quiet the mind, and allow the divine currents to guide you toward integration. The unexpected helper is not the end of the blessing. They are the channel, the confirmation, and the awakening. The fullness of what is coming is directly tied to your willingness to receive without resistance and to act in faith with clarity and courage. Return to the truth that underlies this entire journey. This is a message from God. You are not imagining it. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. To embrace your divine blessing is to step fully into your destiny, to honor your calling, and to participate actively in the unfolding of God's perfect design. The chosen one does not hesitate. The chosen one recognizes, accepts, and integrates. The chosen one acts with faith, with courage, and with gratitude, knowing that every blessing is a sign of spiritual alignment, a testament to preparation, and a reflection of divine favor. Chosen one, your moment is now. Receive it fully. Embrace it completely. Act with courage. Allow the blessing to illuminate your life, expand your purpose, and awaken your spiritual vision. The unexpected helper has arrived, but the blessing is yours to claim, integrate, and honor. Your life, your path, and your calling are divinely orchestrated, and this next level of your journey awaits. If this touched your soul, comment 111. Because you know it, you were called. Conclusion. Chosen one, hear these words with the depth of your spirit fully engaged, for the truth of your journey is not casual, it is deliberate, and it is now fully converging toward clarity. The blessing that has been prepared for you, the favor that has been written into your destiny, will arrive through someone you did not anticipate. This is not a suggestion or a possibility. This is a certainty, a living message from God, delivered in perfect divine alignment. Every step you have taken, every trial you have endured, every moment of doubt or delay has been orchestrated to prepare you to recognize this blessing when it arrives. You are the chosen one, and the fullness of your divine calling awaits your embrace. Return in your mind to the first stirrings of spiritual awakening. Remember the whispers that tugged at your heart, the quiet insistence that life was meant for more, that your purpose was larger than what you had seen. These were not illusions. These were God's messages, signaling the beginning of a path that only the chosen one could walk. You have been called long before you understood the weight of that calling. The war you face, the struggles that have tried to dim your light, are all part of the preparation. Your light is necessary. Your presence on this earth has been divinely calibrated to shine brightly and to attract the helpers, the blessings, and the confirmations that will move you toward your next level. Understand that the unexpected helper is not a coincidence. They are the instrument through which your next divine blessing flows. Sometimes the blessing you seek arrives in a form you would not have chosen, through a person whose impact you could never have predicted. Perhaps they challenge you. Perhaps they shake the foundations of your assumptions. Yet the chosen one recognizes that what is divine often wears a disguise. Spiritual favor does not always arrive in grandeur. It often appears humble, subtle, and quietly transformative. Those who come into your life unexpectedly are carriers of destiny. They are vessels through which God's message manifests, and their timing is impeccable. The chosen one must remain vigilant. Spiritual awakening requires attentiveness to the signs, the synchronicities, and the subtle nudges that reveal divine alignment. You will notice patterns emerging, connections forming, and moments that feel too precise to be random. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations of your readiness, signals that the blessing you have long awaited is near, and that the instruments of that blessing are being positioned with perfect timing. Every detail, every person, every interaction is part of the orchestration. Your ability to perceive this alignment is a reflection of your spiritual evolution and your fidelity to your divine calling. Reflect on the truth of preparation. Not every blessing is immediate. Not every helper appears at the time you desire. Some doors remain closed for months, years, or even decades. Yet every delay, every pause, and every moment of apparent waiting has been a necessary step to prepare your heart, mind, and spirit. The chosen one understands that divine favor cannot be rushed, that timing is sacred, and that patience is a form of spiritual discipline. Trust that the moments of waiting are not denials. They are preparations. They are shaping you into the person capable of receiving the fullness of what has been divinely reserved. The unexpected helper will often challenge your perception of how blessing should arrive. They may arrive quietly, in humility, or in ways that contradict your expectations. This is intentional. God's message is clear. The chosen one must not cling to the familiar or to the expected. True spiritual favor requires openness, humility, and faith. Recognize the person for the divine instrument they are. Acknowledge the blessing through gratitude, awareness, and alignment. The chosen one who fails to recognize the helper may miss the transformative impact that has been designed specifically for them. Your readiness, your discernment, and your openness determine the depth and the speed at which the blessing manifests. Every encounter carries layers of significance. What may appear as a casual conversation could be the spark that awakens vision in your spirit. What may seem like a random act of kindness could be the catalyst for a chain reaction of divine favor. Every step the unexpected helper takes in your direction has been orchestrated to align with your path. Spiritual awakening equips you to see beyond surface appearances and recognize the fingerprints of God in these interactions. The chosen one trusts the unseen currents and knows that what is sent by divine calling is never in error. Now, consider your role. The chosen one is not passive. Receiving a blessing requires active participation. Faith without action is incomplete. Recognition without gratitude is incomplete. You must engage with the blessing, integrate it fully into your life, and allow it to transform not only your circumstances, but the very essence of your being. Spiritual favor is not merely an external gift. It is a catalyst for internal elevation. Each blessing that arrives through someone else carries the potential to awaken deeper layers of your purpose, to clarify your vision, and to expand your influence. Prophetic insight confirms this truth. Even when timing seems strange, even when circumstances appear misaligned, God's message is precise. The unexpected helper may present challenges that test your patience, require humility, or demand faith. These are not obstacles, but confirmations. They are the divine calibration of your readiness. The chosen one who recognizes this, who moves forward with courage and gratitude, aligns fully with the flow of spiritual favor and allows the blessing to manifest in its fullest, most transformative form. Return again to the essence of this message. This is a message from God. You are not imagining it. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. Every detail of your journey, the trials, the waiting, the unexpected helpers, is designed to bring you to alignment with your purpose and to prepare you to receive the next level of blessing. Your spiritual awakening, your discernment, your faith, and your courage are all instruments in this orchestration. Chosen one, as you reflect on this, understand that empowerment comes from recognizing your role in the unfolding. You are not a passive observer. You are an active participant in the manifestation of your destiny. Embrace every blessing, every sign, every helper with gratitude and clarity. Walk with confidence, knowing that the divine calling has prepared you to receive what has been promised. Let your heart be open, your spirit vigilant, and your faith unwavering. The unexpected helper will arrive, the blessing will manifest, and your life will rise to the level that has been ordained for you. Let this be your final confirmation. The chosen one's journey is divinely guided, meticulously prepared, and perfectly timed. Trust the orchestration, honor the helpers, embrace the blessings, and step fully into your destiny with courage and clarity. The spiritual favor flowing through your life is undeniable, and the next chapter of your purpose is ready to be claimed. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it, you were called. If you feel aligned with this divine message, comment 777,